What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, and welcome back for part number 2 of our live Pokemon Showdown PU session featuring our lovely NFE team. This team is so much fun to use. Apparently, Yanma is like a freaking monster and was able to take that match back for us last time, so we'll see what happens today as we're coming up against a Shedinja team here. That Prinplup definitely is going to be a defogger. It has to, otherwise it just, things just die because of Stealth Rock. Like, Lapras doesn't appreciate it, and Shedinja just dies when it comes in. So, first priority is to make sure that we get them up, and that they stay up. So we want to keep Clefairy alive. That is the goal. Anyway, as we're getting started today, just a friendly reminder, of course, as always, if you guys haven't done so already, if you'd like to show your support, feel free to click that like button below the video, or you can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. All those things do help out, of course. And with Kadabra starting things off here, I'm just going to click Pursuit, because this is perfect. He's going to try to switch here, and we're going to break the Sash, and that's going to be awesome, because Sash Kadabra, honestly, decides games a lot of the times, because you can't break the Sash other than attacking it. So he can come in and kill things and then leave and never have its Sash broken. So he does switch out into Lapras, and so that's great. That is a fantastic start to have that Kadabra weakened. I don't know that I want to stay in on this. I don't know what it's going to have for me. What are you going to have for me? I don't think you can do anything to Clefairy, so I'm going to go into Wagglemuffin here. As he goes for the Hydro Pump, he's probably Assault Vest. And I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks here. I'm not afraid of you. As we see the switch into the Gourgeist Super. That doesn't look like Super Gourgeist. It looks small to me, but I don't know. What do I know? Having those rocks up is very, very important. It forces him to try to get a Defog off with Prinplup, so I can get momentum that way. And it's also possible that he just won't be able to get a Defog off, depending on who I have out at the time. So I predicted a Leech Seed there and went into Bayleef, and now I can Toxic whatever wants to come in. Oh, he just leaves this in to Willow me. That's fine, because I have Heal Bell on Clefairy. So I'm going to win this matchup for sure. I'm going to go back into Clefairy, I guess. I mean, what are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know. Why was he trying to Leech Seed a Clefairy, though? That's the thing. Like, I don't take any damage from Leech Seed anyway, because I'm Magic Guard. So, yeah, I guess he must have predicted me to switch into something else. I don't know what that was. I'm just going to Moonblast this. I need damage on it, because this thing is so powerful. You don't mess around with this. You don't just let it get hits off, because it's just insanely powerful. Head Smash just kills everything, and my team is pretty weak to it, honestly. So he goes for the Rock Slide and misses, actually. We get 40% off, so he doesn't have Head Smash. So maybe this is like a Life Orb variant. Did he show Mold Breaker? No, he did not. Did he? Wait a minute. No, he didn't. So he is Sheer Force. So that still would have did a lot. Yeah. I can speak English. That still would have done a lot of damage. Yeah, 42% to a physically defensive Clefairy. That's still kind of a lot of damage. So he's probably Life Orb. But anyway, I'm going to go for a Moonblast. This is not hitting as hard as I figured it would. Maybe it's Jolly. Or maybe it's Scarfed. Maybe I feel like that's Scarf damage, because Clefairy's pretty bulky, but not on the physical side. Not that bulky. That has to be Scarf. But we're getting it weakened, so that's fine by me if you want to just leave it in. I mean, you had to know I had some kind of recovery, as he does go for the Rock Slide. He doesn't flinch me, thankfully. We get a meaningless special attack drop. And do I want to let Clefairy go down here? I don't know if I do. I can click Soft Boiled, I suppose. That Rock Slide miss was really unfortunate for him. I'm going to just click Soft Boiled. So now, with Clefairy gone, which at the beginning of this I said I need to keep Clefairy alive, and I did not do that, he can go into the Prinplup and Defog. He has to have it if he's got a Shedinja on his team. But right now, the important thing is that I kill this. So I am going to go out into a Bread, and I will click Sucker Punch, because he may try to switch and save this, but he's going to take Rocks damage and be at like 3% when he comes back in. So I don't think he's going to want to save this. I think he's just going to try to attack me with something. Oh, he is going to try to save it and go into the Prinplup. Not a bad play. And now he gets a Defog off, but I don't know if he's going to want to do this with Pawniard out here, just because he's going to give me a free +2. As I go for the knockoff, to get rid of that Eviolite. He does go for the Scald. That does a lot of damage. No burn, which is unfortunate for him. And I could try to get him to go for Defog and switch Bread back in, I suppose. As he goes for Ice Beam, predicting the Bayleef. He had to be predicting Bayleef there. Not a bad play. I'm just gonna click Giga Drain. I don't care if you Defog. Go for it. Go for it. Be my guest. Shedinja's not a problem. It is not a problem. And he is going to go into Gourgeist, actually, predicting the Giga Drain, which is fair enough. But this thing is toxic. And I have recovery, so I'm not worried about you. As you go for the Shadow Sneak, that does only 12%. This isn't even physically defensive Bayleef. And we get a Synthesis off. Meanwhile, this is taking damage. I will just click Giga Drain here in case he wants to switch something else in. And he does. He goes into Kadabra, and that's dead. He must have predicted another Synthesis there, or a switch. I'm not really sure. Unless he was just trying to get a safe switch into Lapras, which I guess could be a possibility. I don't know if you can even kill me in one hit, even with an Ice Beam. Just because especially defensive Bayleef is surprisingly bulky. I can just click Giga Drain here for damage. And he's going to go for the Heal Bell, actually, to get rid of that Toxic. And that has to be... It's not Assault Vest because he went for Heal Bell. I guess it's just defensive? Oh, it's lefties. Okay. Lefties Lapras. It's defensive. It has Heal Bell. I'm just going to Toxic this again as he goes for the Ice Beam. That only does 32%. And yeah, we outspeed this thing too, which means that it has obviously no speed investment. That's not surprising though because it's a Lapras. I will go for Synthesis. Oh, it outsped us there. So it was a speed tie. Okay then. Well, that is a bit unfortunate. Because now we don't have the Toxic on the Gourgeist, which kind of stinks. That does kind of stink. We could go out into Roman here and fire off an Eruption, although I don't know if that would kill Lapras, to be honest. I don't want to take any damage if I don't have to. So I guess we can go out into... I'm going to go out into Yanma, and I'm going to Protect here, because that will at least rack up some Toxic damage, and then that plus Giga Drain should kill it. I would think. Yeah, it only brings him down to 42%. I don't know if that's enough. Maybe that was a bad play. I mean, I could go into... I could go into War Turtle, but I think I'm kind of committed here. And we get a critical hit. That may have mattered. That may have mattered. I don't know. Yanma hits really, really hard, so that may not have mattered. I don't know. I'd have to calc it, I guess. I mean, I still don't know if it was specially defensive or not. I'm just speculating here. This is not a switch in. I don't know why you're bringing this in. This just dies to an Air Slash. Yeah, most of them are physically defensive, so yeah, you're just not taking that. Yanma is power, ladies and gents, as he goes into the Primplup. You don't have Eviolite, so that just dies to a Giga Drain. And that means that you are not going to get a Defog off. The Rampardos dies due to rocks, actually. Because what was it, at 9%? And Shedinja dies to rocks, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, Rampardos is dead, and Shedinja is dead. So Yanma clutching the game for us. Not even bad. Gets us up to, what is that, 1236 on the ladder, which is decently high for PU. The PU ladder is pretty small. Like, I think it maxes out at like 1500 or something. Something in that range. So we'll look for another one. We find one right away, which is pretty nice. And this is a pretty threatening team. The Piloswine is likely to be a lead. Probably, maybe Choice Banded Basculin. That could be a threat. I see the Flashfire Ninetales. And that Leafeon could be a bunch of different things. Probably defensive Dusknoir. And we do have to watch out for the potentially dangerous Healing Wish on that Mr. Mime. So if he starts saving things with very low HP, we need to be wary of that. I am going to lead off with Shells, the War Turtle, predicting the Piloswine, because I beat this one-on-one. And he does have a Ghost type to spin block me if he wants to set up rocks and then go right into the Dusknoir, but I have a chance to get a burn on it, and I don't know if he wants to risk that, especially if that Leafeon is offensive and doesn't have Heal Bell. As my cat is here. Okay, then. That is weird. He just kind of jumped right on the mic, so you probably just heard that. Now, anyway, what just happened? Like, he just walked right in front of my screen. Okay, he switched in Leafeon, and that took a little bit of damage. Actually, that took 17% from a Scald, from a War Turtle. Yeah, that's offensive, as he goes for the Swords Dance. And I will go for a knockoff here. You can't kill me with anything. You probably have Return, Quick Attack, Leaf Blade, Swords Dance, something along those lines. So I'm just going to be able to get some damage off on you. Yeah, I'm not too scared. As long as I have Pawniard, I'm not really that scared of you, to be honest. We will see what he wants to do. If he's going to want to sacrifice those boosts or not. Kind of wish I got a burn on this thing, but it could be Lumberry too. We didn't see lefties, right? Nope, no lefties. Oh, he's just going to switch out and let me get the knockoff with the Piloswine coming in, which is fine by me. I mean, Ironhead probably won't kill from there because it's a Piloswine, even without the Eviolite. I don't know if it's worth just sacrificing this thing. I'm kind of tempted to go right back into War Turtle, because Scald, it probably still won't kill Piloswine even without the Eviolite. You know what? I'm going to click Ironhead Predicting Rocks. Oh, no, he goes for the EQ, gets a crit. That may have mattered if that's defensive Piloswine. It still would have done a lot. I guess that was a bad play. I really thought he was going to go for Rocks there. I figured he would really, really want those Rocks up because of the fact that I have a Yanma and a Quilava. But now I can't go into Roman because, well, I could. I could click Extra Sensory, predicting the Ninetales to come out. But that's not going to do anything because Ninetales has a lot of Special Bulk. I'm just going to go into War Turtle. I do outspeed this naturally, so I can go for a Scald here and then I'll kill it. So no Rocks for him, which is great. I guess it's worth sacrificing Pawniard if it means that there's no Rocks up on my side, because that really just hurts my Wall Breaker and essentially my win condition, because Yanma just beats everything. Basculin is here. What are you going to do? I'm going to hit counter here. As he goes for the crunch, that doesn't do much, and we get a nice 46% off on this thing, which is great. Now I'm going to predict a switch, because he doesn't want to take more damage on this, so I'll click Scald, and he does go into Mr. Mime. We get 25% off on that, which is nice, because Mr. Mime has like base, does that have base 100 and something? Special defense, it actually has pretty decent bulk on the special side. I'm going to go into Clefairy as he goes for Confusion. Why is he going for Confusion, and why did that do so much? I'm kind of tempted to click Stealth Rock here. Maybe I should Soft Boiled first, but I am going to go for the Stealth Rock. Even if he gets a higher roll, I don't think he can 2-hit KO me. So we'll see what he wants to do here, if he wants to just stay in and try to get some damage. The Rocks are going to help me against the Ninetales, so that's why I want them up. As, oh, you know what? I just typed it in the chat, but he's running, it's Technician, that's why. For some reason, I derped on that. Yeah, Technician Mr. Mime is a thing. So, I mean, doesn't Confusion have less power than Psychic, though, even with the Technician boost? Like, Confusion's base 50 power. If Technician gives you a 1.5% or times 1.5 boost, I mean, that's only 75 base power. Psychic is still 90. Unless I'm doing the math wrong, like does Stab get calculated strangely in there somehow? Or in a different order? I don't know if that would even matter. No, I'm pretty sure Psychic is still just better, so I don't know why he has the Confusion. I've never seen that before. That's why it kind of caught me off guard. So he does go into the Basculin, takes a little bit more damage due to the Rocks, but we are able to get back up to full health, and I can now just go into Bayleef. He crits me with a Waterfall, and that still doesn't even do half. But I think he's going to want to switch here. I do think that, so I kind of want to click Toxic, predicting a switch into Ninetales. And, oh, he goes into Leafeon, actually. So that's fine, too, because we're going to get some residual damage on this. And as he did give me an answer, Technician Mr. Mime. I noticed it as soon as I typed it, but it wasn't clicking for me because I've always seen Psychic on them, even if they do have Technician. So I will click Synthesis here, as he's going to Swords Dance. That's fine by me, because the toxic damage is just going to rack up. And I can go and I could sack War Turtle if I really wanted to. Although it is a decent switch into that Basculin. Do I need Clefairy for anything? I don't think I do. Clefairy might be the most sackable Pokemon at this point, although we've seen that it also doesn't take any damage from Mr. Mime, so that's nice. Maybe I can just click... You know what? No, I'm just going to go into War Turtle. I don't care. We can sack War Turtle here. I can still switch in on Basculin with Bayleef because that crit Waterfall didn't even do half, as he does go for the Leaf Blade, and now we can just click Protect. Oh, he's Salic Berry! Not even bad. Swords Dance, Salic Berry, Leafeon. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll click Protect here. And he might see that coming, but there's really no reason to switch. He can't get rid of the hazards, and he would die due to Stealth Rocks coming back in. He will go for the knockoff and die to the toxic damage. So that's good for us, as he is going to go into the Mr. Mime. This has good special bulk. I don't know that at 62% a Bug Buzz would kill it. It's not a super effective hit because Mr. Mime is part fairy. So we need to keep that in mind. I guess I could just switch in... I mean, if Clefairy was going to take those hits so well, I could probably go into Bayleef, but if he's Technician, he could have Icy Wind, which is a little bit scary. I don't like that so much. But that might be my only play here, because I don't think I can one-shot this thing with anything. And I don't want to take damage on this, so I will go into Bayleef, as he does predict that and goes for the Icy Wind. Not a bad play there. Or maybe he didn't predict that. That may have been his best option to hit Yanma too. So, fair enough. I guess I should have thought of that. I will click Leech Seed here in case he wants to switch. No, he does not. So as long as we hit, we can take another one of those. Actually, we could have taken it anyway because it only did 30%. So having that Leech Seed is great. I will click Giga Drain here. I mean, is he really going to go into Ninetales here? Maybe I should just Synthesis. Oh, he stays in. Okay. That's fair enough, as I'm going to get up to a very healthy 78%, and he's going to forfeit here because he pretty much lost, honestly. That Basculin didn't have a lot of health left. If he didn't have Aqua Jet, I could have just killed him with Yanma. The Ninetales was going to be crippled by the Stealth Rock, although I would have had a hard time killing it still, because Quilava can't do too much to it. I mean, Air Slash from Yanma's not going to do that much, and Clefairy can't hit it for too much. I guess it depends on what kind of set it was. If it was offensive, it would have been more prone to being worn down because it didn't have lefties or anything. But anyway, that's going to be it for this time. So I will take the win. Brings us up to 1246 on the ladder. It's pretty cool, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like rating or a comment or whatever you would like to do, of course. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.